Hello everyone, I want to welcome you all to the second session, and this session we're going to be focusing on time management. And before we start our session, I'm going to go over the rules and mainly the confidentiality. So whatever we talk in this room stays in this room, and it's a very safe environment. So when we go out, we're not going to be talking about whatever happened in here, whatever we say. Unless one of you say that you're going to hurt somebody, or somebody's going to hurt you, or you're going to hurt yourself. Okay, so it's a very safe environment. Before we start the session, we're going to stand up and we're going to play a small game. Okay, let's stand up. So I'm going to pass one ball, and you're going to remember the order in which you're going to pass it to your friends, and then I will add multiple balls. Okay, let's see how you manage that. Ready? Priya? Alright guys, that's it. Stop here. Was that fun? Yeah. Yes? Okay. So, how did you feel physically and mentally? How did you feel when you started off with one ball, and as I passed out multiple balls? How did you guys feel? Yes,
I
Sandra?
felt really overwhelmed for sure.
So when did you feel overwhelmed? Towards the beginning of this?
Definitely the end.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like the middle.
So physically, did you see any changes in you?
I was more like frantic to like keep passing the ball, and like I like tried to give it to Shruti, but like I ended up going that direction. So
Okay. Okay. Anybody else?
Basically the same thing that Samara said.
Okay.
Really overwhelmed.
Okay, so today, like I said, we are going to be focusing on time management. So we will be thinking about time management and understanding the importance of setting and accomplishing goals rather than procrastinating about them. Okay, because that really, so time management really helps you focus on accomplishing the goals that you have for yourself. Okay. So can you tell me from the last session, I'd like for you to go over the first goal that you set for the week. So Shruti, can you start?
My goal
from
for the
first
week
session.
was to finish all my homework ahead of time and do well on all my tests.
And were you able to do that?
Oh yeah, I did. I finished all my homework and I did well on my tests.
Awesome. Sandra?
so my goal for last week, I said, since today is my first day back at school, I met a lot of new people who I hadn't seen in previous classes, and so my goal was I'd really love to make new friends and get to know my teachers.
That did that make you feel more confident because it was a new environment and new people you were meeting? So do you feel?
Yeah, it was definitely a little like nervous at first, but I think we're kind of used to it by like junior year, like the new people in every class that you take.
Okay. Ria?
My goal was to figure out how to manage my time while still completing all my work and not stressing out. So I did complete all my work, but I kind of had a difficult time managing my time because I had so much work that I couldn't finish it all in one day, and I eventually just actually did get stressed out, so I didn't accomplish that part.
And that's absolutely fine. And today we are here mainly to help you learn how to manage time. We're going to talk and discuss about and exchange some of the techniques that we can use to manage our time. Okay, so before we move on, so can you tell me, do you have any questions from last week's session for me? Any questions? Okay. So do you feel better when you put your responsibilities off, or when you have them accomplished?
For me, it's definitely when I have them accomplished.
And do you think it's an easy? How do you think you can accomplish them? Do you think it's easy, or how do you think you can accomplish them?
For me, like setting goals for myself and like the end goal, I guess, that like I'm aiming for when I complete the responsibility. Is that what makes it easier?
Okay. So before we move on to any other discussion, I'm going to pass out these index cards. So, so on the top portion of the index card, you're going to think about one specific problem you have about time management. For example, it can be, I have problem with time management because I procrastinate things. So anything that you think is a problem, you're going to write in the first portion, and in the second portion, you're going to write one or two techniques that that is going to help you with time management. And then we're going to brainstorm and we're going to share with each other. All right? I'll give you a minute and you can write. All right. Are you ready? So first we're going to now, if you're done, we're going to be talking about one specific problem you have about time management. We'll start with you, Sandra.
I said that I tend to put off the things that I typically don't want to do to the very last minute. So like studying for tests isn't something that I look forward to, but like doing my homework is something that's easier for me. So I tend to procrastinate that.
Yeah, me too. I just procrastinate and I wait till the last minute to do basically everything.
Ria?
Yeah, it's exactly the same for me. I just complete my work at the latest possible moment, and that always stresses me out.
I've written a couple of things for myself. One thing that comes in my way is consistency. Sometimes, consistency is very important. Commitment and consistency are two very important things when it comes to time management. Okay, now we are going to brainstorm some of the strategies that you guys have written that's going to help with time management. And if you want to write down some of the strategies that your friends are mentioning, feel free to write it at the back of their card. Yeah? So Ria, you want to start?
To help with the procrastination, I can try to start my homework at the same time every day, like maybe 4 or 5 o'clock, so that way like I can't procrastinate because I have to start it at that time. Or I could, for like the due date for like projects or assignments, I can set it a day earlier for myself, so then even if I do procrastinate, I'd actually end up doing the work earlier.
That's a great idea actually. That's a great idea. Alright, Sandra?
I kind of said something like related to Ria, like setting more goals, I think is what you were kind of saying. And then I also said to myself, like recognizing the positive outcomes if I don't procrastinate.
Okay, nice.
I said to use a planner to help stay organized, so I can write down all like the due dates and I can try to meet them ahead of time instead of like the last minute.
So it's visual and you actually know and you can actually strike them off as you go. And yes, you also need to be consistent about it. So I have about 4 things that I've written for time management that I feel I have used over the past few years. The first one is writing everything down. So I have a huge calendar where I just write down everything that I need to do for that week. And then plan my week every Sunday. Every Sunday I would plan my week. And then every day review and rearrange. So every day, sometimes you have, different priorities come, and so it's very important for us to rearrange whatever you have written so you're ready for the next day. And use goals to plan the week. So number 1, you need to have a goal before you even plan whatever you need to plan. So these are some of my other strategies that I came up with. Is there any other questions about time management that you would like to talk about? Okay. So how can you better plan and accomplish your goals? So how do you think you're going to go about planning the next week? Shruti?
For me, again, it's just writing things down in an organizer because I'm like a visual learner and like it helps me to see things written down so I know exactly what to do and when to do it.
Awesome. Priya,
Same.
Sandra?
Same for me. I like already like write out all my homework down, all my activities down in my planner with my school organizer, and then also for like any like appointments or like family related stuff that I might have, I keep that on a calendar in my phone to help me remember.
Okay, Priya?
I'm also gonna start writing things down. I try to do that, but I never actually accomplish that. So I'm gonna try doing it every Sunday, like you said. So then I have like a specific time that I have to plan it.
Yeah. So just to summarize whatever we discussed. So planning our time well and accomplishing the goals we set for ourselves makes us feel good, and that's what we all need. We want to feel good about it at the end of the week or at the end of the day. It is better to take care of our responsibilities in a timely manner, right? Rather than procrastinate and leave the responsibility looming over our heads. It's always very important. So I would encourage all of you to work and accomplish whatever you want to do today, rather than postpone it to tomorrow. So if you think you have that little time and just do things right away when you have time instead of pushing it. So once you're done with that, then you're going to be happy. So time management is absolutely important. So I would like to conclude this session by saying thank you to all of you, and I hope this session has been useful for you and you all have learned something from the session. So next session we are actually going to talk more about stress management and how we can manage stress, because I know high school students have a lot of stress. So that's going to be session 3. And so when you go home, I'm going to pass out these managing time. These are some handouts that I'm going to give, which can help you organize. All right, and thank you very much, and I will see you next week.
Thank
Bye.
you.